think so.
Did you get the last spot?
No, there were a lot of spots when I
Oh.
I've also, one of my first times that I taught community education was in Cloquet. Wow. It's like upstairs, and I had amps and everything else to carry.
Oh.
And then parking was just terrible. So, it wasn't a really great thing, but that was a 10-week course that I taught.
It's in shape.
All of that.
10 weeks.
All of that down.
Yep. And I learned. I got fewer things, smaller things to use. Well, let's get started then. My name is Ter Scott. I'm called the First to Clicks marketing consultant, at least by one person. That's me. And I've been doing these classes now for a while. And Paula said that she went to my website and saw the blog information. I teach 2 classes at the community ed, and I have one about creating a blog, and it's actually create a blog in 5 minutes and make money forever. Because I know money's a kind of a hot button there with a lot of people, and most people obviously, but what we want to do though is to follow our passion, and money will follow. Okay, and I think that kind of passion gets us through the slow and the hard parts, and then we live through it, whatever. Then the other one is the web improvement class that I do, and a lot of people come to that class, they don't even have a website yet at this point, and I share with them how they can take a blog and turn that into a website. So I use website, blog, slash, kind of together simultaneously, and also Facebook and those other vehicles that are out there. They're all very much like a website. Basically, it's an address. It's just a place somewhere where you can put information out for people to find you and all of that. And then, of course, this evening's class is to create content or use the content that you already have and create it into a Kindle book. And there, as I had the privilege and the pleasure of chatting with Mark a little bit earlier about, he is also an author and things. And the big thing is with a Kindle book, it's not necessarily how we've thought about things before. Because the way that we thought, if you could imagine the .com burst that we had probably 10 years ago or whatever that's been, it was all because we thought of the internet so much like we've always thought about things in the past, and that's not a bad thing. But as a Brooks to Clicks marketing consultant, what I do is I help people to translate their offline activities to online activities. But still, we don't want to get rid of the old, because there's a lot of good stuff in marketing that way, but we do need to change it a little bit. Then there are people that get onto the web, and they're doing it all new. But they're saying goodbye to good design and good layout and everything else. So that particular class helps that kind of thing. So with blogging and with website design, and especially Kindle, we're thinking about the book. But if we continue to think of it as a hardcover book or that softcover book, everything about those attributes, we're going to miss out on some things because it is a new world out there. It's a new way of doing it. And Kindle is really a great way to not just promote the book, but think of it a little bit differently and think that you're actually promoting yourself. In these classes, I've actually worked with people who are doctors and dentists and professional business people from all over, retired some, and some still working. So can you imagine a dentist with a Kindle book? You probably would go to that dentist because he has some credibility, he has some claim, and that sort of thing. So if this person uses Kindle book to kind of help the business that he's in or she's in, then that's a good thing. So what we're going to do is get very passionate about our love for writing and do some things tonight. We're going to show you everything tomorrow morning, or you can just go home from tonight if you're a night kind of a person, and get right over to Kindle and put your Kindle book up tonight. You can do that, or tomorrow. But I would encourage you not to put it off for 1 week, all right? Because I want it to be fresh in your mind into it. And I took some information and some courses, and like anybody, you have too, invested in your education. This kind of stuff typically costs a little bit because, or it's an investment. But anyway, then you take this information and you do something with it. But anyway, the first time I heard it, and I got some information from a person that's kind of a guru in this business, I put together a Kindle book in a short amount of time, but I took my content that I had. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that this evening. I'm also going to find out, once we get to that point, a little bit about you and what your